Welcome to Financial Freedom for All, where we help you master your money and live your dream one episode at a time. My name is George Jenkins, and I'm here to just tell you that we have something a little bit different this month for our podcast, as we had our convention on the 13th and 14th of March this year, and we had a very powerful panel, which was hosted by none other than EVP Armel Figueredo, and the topic was how we change lives. So instead of usually as we would have two people conversing on this table, we wanted to just give you a sneak peek into what was at convention this year and why you need to be at every single Genistar event. So I hope you enjoy, and we'll see you soon.
We are here today with some incredible people. Now we want to start this session, this convention, with some real powerful stories. Okay? How this amazing company actually changes life. Okay? So we're here with Zelen.
Morning.
Yes.
I'm Nesh.
And I'm Brenda.
So you guys are in for a treat. You guys are going to hear some real life stories, like how exactly Genistar changes lives. Okay? Now, this is just four stories, including mine. Right? 4 stories that you're going to hear, but one is 4 of thousands and thousands of stories of how Genistar really impacts people on a daily basis. Okay, so we start with Zelen. Hi, Zelen. How are you doing?
Hi, morning,
Welcome,
everyone.
and thank you so much for being here. Please, can you tell us a little bit about how Genistar actually really impacted your life?
Cool. So I wasn't actually looking for anything when it came to Genistar. I just happened to be with my mum. She was a carer at the time, and I used to go with her to all her clients. And someone called her, and they were like, "Oh, an opportunity, helping people part-time." And I just heard, and I was like, "Oh, that's something for me." So my mum come off the phone, and she's like, "Oh, yeah, there's this opportunity. It's going to be in North London. I'm South East London. I'm based in Peckham." And so they were asking me to go to North London on a Saturday. And I was curious. I didn't have a need. I had a job. I was just doing my thing. And so I went with my mum on Saturday, and I saw Barbara Anderson, and she started giving a speech. And about 20 minutes in, I was like, I'm joining. My mum's like, "Oh, she hasn't finished it." I was like, "I don't care, like, whatever she's saying, I want to do it, I want to join." So, So I joined the business, and then part of like joining the business, you go through your own financial game plan. Apologies if I speak fast, I've got a tendency to speak very fast, so bear with me. So Barbara came to my home with my mum, and she went through the FGP. And she started talking about protection. At that time, I didn't have any children. I still don't have children. I don't want children. But something about the serious illness, stood out to me. I was like, do you know what? It makes sense to get cover. So I got cover put in place, and exactly less than a year later, I felt ill. Didn't know what was wrong with me. And about 2 weeks after feeling ill, I was like, I've got to go to the hospital. So probably less than a year after that, I got diagnosed with a condition called MS, multiple sclerosis. So, I said I wasn't going to cry because Jeff came on and he cried. I was like, "Miss B, I'm not going to cry because Jeff's cried already, but I'm going to cry." So, bearing in mind, I was 24, I'm 35 now. And on top of that, the main part is Vitality paid me out. But to highlight even further, Vitality paid me over £50,000.
Wow.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Guys, this is just one, okay? Are you prepared for the second one?
Yes.
All right. So, please, Nasser, can you
Am I
tell
on?
us your story?
All right, so I've been around for a long time. In 2006, I got a phone call from somebody who said their name was Steve Jenkins, and they told me about some opportunity meeting, and they mentioned City Solutions, Citigroup. It was a long time ago. So I went along, I saw it, I joined, I thought, yeah, I like this. And then, I loved it. I went and watched appointments with Steve, my sister, my best friend, a bunch of other people became clients, so did I. Driving around London in your old Volvo, you remember that? Yeah. And got to team leader straight away, made a bit of money, loved it, and then City Solutions closed, and I never really got back on my feet, and I regret that. But because I watched those financial education presentations. And I loved it. I especially loved the rule of 72. I was 25. I thought I knew stuff. I didn't know anything, right? I thought I knew about money. I thought I'd be fine. But if not for what I heard Steve Jenkins doing, and I heard Bob Safford Sr. speak, guys, I love you guys. Steve, Jeff, Alan, because of what you guys teach and because I sat in there and because I love those concepts, this year I paid off, January this year I paid off my mortgage. It took me 10 years. Every time I had a bit of extra money, I thought, I'm going to buy a sports car. I'm going to buy And then I heard Steve Jenkins in my head, or I heard Alan, or I heard Jeff. So I sat my wife down on New Year's Eve last year. We just had our mortgage statement. We had just under 16 years left. Not this year, last year. And I thought, every bit of spare money I've got, every investment I've got, I'm just going to kill that damn mortgage. And I can't do it on stage. I'm going to give the middle finger to these financial institutions. When I paid it off and I gave her the letter, you should have seen her face. You should have seen her face. She couldn't believe it. She read it 2-3 times. And then, I don't think I mentioned this, she had a loan on the kitchen where we redid our kitchen. I paid that off for her as well. And the best thing is, she said, I'm still going to pay it because I took it. I said, no, it's cleared. She said, but I'll pay you the money. I said, yes.
Please, can you tell us how much you saved on your mortgage?
I saved £71,650 in interest.
71,000 pounds.
And 15 years of freedom, 15 years of every bit of money that comes in is my money now. It's not going anywhere else. And that feeling, I wanted to do it by the time I was 50. Yeah, in case you're wondering, I'm not 50 yet. I've got 3 years to go. But when it actually happened, I could not believe it. And I thank God for that phone call that I got from Steve Jenkins. Thank God for Jeff deciding to stay here. He didn't have to. Thank God for all the EVPs who actually believe in us and want good for us. And let me just say, the only financial institutions out there that are not doing harm are institutions like this.
Wow. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you so much, Nasser. Hi, Brenda.
Hello.
How are you doing?
I'm good, thank you.
Nice to
Not
see
really.
you. So please, can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Sure. So I was born in Aston, Birmingham, so in my hometown. Parents are from Jamaica, emigrated here, and they worked all the hours God sent to make sure we had a roof over our head, we were fed, and we had a good education. But I have to say, at the age of 16, I disappointed my parents and became pregnant and was basically told, that's the end of your life, because I'd literally just finished school, so, there's no hope for you. Very quickly realised after the birth of my child, I needed to put my IDs up because I had some responsibilities. So went back to college, worked hard, and managed to get myself a job on the railway, where I remained for 32 years, guys. But in saying that, really good job, got myself into a senior manager's position and was earning over £75,000 a year. Okay.
That's amazing.
But the price for that was never saw my family. Never saw my family.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you very, very much. And can you tell us, how did you find out about Genistar? How did you come to meet this
That's
amazing
interesting,
company?
yeah. So a girlfriend of mine invited me to a business opportunity meeting, and I said no. Okay. And she pleaded with me, and I said, listen, okay, I'll come, but let me just say this to you. I am not joining anything. I am not spending any money. I'm leaving my purse at home. Okay? And she said, yeah, that's fine. Just come along. So I attended the meeting. It was run by the amazing Steve Jenkins. Yes. Okay. And at the end of it, I did still say no to the business, but Steve said some things in that opportunity meeting. I thought, I don't know that. And I thought I knew everything. So I said, no to the business, but definitely I want one of those plans. And the awesome, I don't know where she is, awesome EVP Stephanie Stewart drove from Nottingham to Birmingham to complete my plan.
Thank you. Thank you very much. And so can you tell us now about the impact of Genistar in your life? How has Genistar changed your life?
Okay, so I think there's a couple of assumptions that people make. People assume that if you're making a lot of money, you don't need help. You don't need financial education. And that was not true, because when Steph came to do my plan, I had debt coming out my ears, right? To the tune of £19,000, I had to write it down, £19,327.40 to be exact, across 10 creditors. And that didn't include my mortgage.
Wow.
Okay?
Wow.
But because I thought I was earning, I could afford to pay it. So it wasn't, it wasn't a problem until I sat down with Stephanie and realised it was. So, Stephanie showed me how by just an extra £50 a month being applied to my debt, I could get myself out of debt and I could get my mortgage paid off 8 years early. So that's exactly what I did. And I joined Genistar in the February 2016. Over the last 10 years, Armel, I've got to say that this business has changed my life, both personally and financially, okay? I was able to sack my boss, guys, in February 2022.
Yes! Yes!
And that was February 2023, and the plan was that I was going to start my business with some gusto. But in July 2023, unfortunately, my mum died and left my 92-year-old father. So I then spent the last 18 months looking after my dad and supporting my children. Now, if I was not in Genistar, I would not have been able to support my family at a point in time that they needed the help and support. Wow. This business has given me time freedom to be able to do what I need to do.
Yes.
This business has enabled me to become financially independent, and I do not owe a penny in debt, guys, and I don't have a mortgage.
Well done. Well done.
And I am building an amazing business with some amazing people, amazing people at the back, and we're all going to be leaving legacies.
Thank you so much. Thank you, guys. This is amazing. This is amazing. I've only got a minute and I have to tell my story. So a little bit about myself. I used to work as a debt collector. But that was a job I hated. But I worked there for 12 and a half years. Why? Because like most people, we do something not because we like it, because it pays the bills. And that was me. For 12 and a half years, I worked a job I didn't like. Then I was diagnosed with prostate cancer 3 years ago. And as I was sat in the hospital waiting for my operation, I was thinking, if I die today, what's going to happen to my family? Will my job look after my family? And I realized, oh my gosh, I'll be replaced like that. And that's when I decided to actually give it my all to Genistar, because Genistar offered me an opportunity. When I met the amazing Samuel Lee, he told me about an opportunity to become my own boss.
Yes, yes.
And can you imagine, in 12 years, I could not go past a team leader position at my job. But in Genistar, like it says on the placard, I'm an executive vice president. Right? This is the impact Genistar has in our lives. Okay? I'll now have financial freedom. And just a little bit, I was stuck in Dubai for 4 weeks and a half because of the conflict. And I was able to pay the hotel, buy about over 7 tickets. It cost me £12,000. That's because I had the financial education that helped me to understand, to save money, to invest money. And today I am financially independent. So I thank Genistar for this opportunity for changing life, but also that I changed my life, my own life, my family's life. So thank you guys. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you for the panel. Bye. See you later.
I really hope you took something away from that panel, as I definitely did. It is super powerful to hear how we change people's lives here at Genistar. So, as always, thank you for joining us today on Financial Freedom for All, and join us next time for more ideas about mastering your money and living your dream. Thank you.